Well, first tonight at 4, a Waycross Police Department detective once again being accused of assault, this time by his former girlfriend's mother. Now, we first told you about this situation back in April when Tristan Music, the mother of Detective Mark Horn's child, claimed she suffered the same abuse. WSV's Jillian Coles has much more, and we do want to warn you, some of the video we're about to show you is graphic and could be upsetting to viewers.
Tristan Music says when she arrived at her daughter's doctor's appointment, she saw blood running down her mother, Keisha Smith's face. And when her mother told her she was hit by Music's ex-boyfriend, Mark Horn, Music wasn't surprised. Smith says Horn came towards her, filming on his phone. She claims when she tried walking towards the car the baby was in, Horn began pushing her away. Smith says she swatted at the phone in Horn's hand and reached for the door handle, then Horn pushed her to the ground. Now Smith is suffering a concussion, contusions to the eye, lips, and nose, and bruising on her side. Music says law enforcement told her and her mother that Horn drove himself to the police station following the alleged altercation, and they haven't heard an update since.
There is absolutely no doubt in my mind that I don't want my daughter near him. If he can do that to my mother, and if he can do it in front of his mother, in front of his new girlfriend, if he can do it in front of my daughter again, I have absolutely nothing for that man.
Now in April, WSAV confirmed that the district attorney was leading this case, and they told me their offices are not in possession of any records on allegations of an incident that occurred on May 28th in Waycross involving Horn. I have reached out to both Horn's attorney as well as the Waycross Police Department. We will update you both on air and online when we have more. Jillian Coles, WSAV News 3 on your side.
Jillian, thanks so much. A developing story to tell you about now. WSAV working to learn more details about what is now a confirmed ICE operation in the Low Country. You're looking at videos sent in to us showing agents guiding a large number of people on the bus in Bluffton. So far, we've learned that SLED and the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office assisted in the operation. Right now, we're still waiting to hear from federal agents about the exact details of today's activity. Of course, we will keep you updated on air and online as we learn more. And a Chatham County grand jury has handed down several different indictments, including for 2 shootings in Savannah. Jacoby Johnson has been indicted in that deadly shooting that took place outside the Dave's Hot Chicken on Victory Drive back in April. That left 21-year-old Najaya Williams dead. Johnson charged with malice murder, felony murder, aggravated assault, and 2 counts of possession of a firearm during a felony. And the grand jury has also indicted the suspect in a March shooting on Damascus Road that left 1 person injured. 44-year-old Brian Williams was arrested on March 5th in connection to that shooting. He's being charged with aggravated assault, false imprisonment, and possession of a firearm during a felony. In our community report now, it's the first day of the 2-day country music festival, Rock the Country, in Bloomingdale. This will actually be the first time the festival is going to be held in Bloomingdale at Ottawa Farms. Thousands of people are expected to be in attendance. Now, gates opened at noon. People were allowed to start entering from there. Now, you see the cars lined up along that highway all ready to get in. Artists like Kid Rock, Miranda Lambert, and Jelly Roll will all take the stage this weekend. We talked with 2 attendees from the Low Country. They got there. They tell us when they heard about the festival, they just knew they had to come.
Pretty cool
so
far. Better than we thought. I was experiencing a whole lot more traffic, but it's not so bad. We paid like $100 a piece.
Yeah,
for
so
a whole weekend.
Yeah.
With all these people that's going to be here, it's worth it. So worth it.
Well, if you live in Bloomingdale or are planning on traveling in the area today and tomorrow, definitely a few things you need to know about traffic. Comes right from the Bloomingdale Police Department. Traffic won't be allowed on Cherry Street or Pine Barren Road during the music festival. Both roads will be closed until midnight today and closed again tomorrow from noon until midnight. Festival goers will then need to take Jimmy DeLoach Parkway to Bloomingdale Road to enter the venue, and there's no off-site parking for the event. Anything parked on private property and side streets, well, you could be subject to being towed. And some restaurants in Savannah still aren't being honest about where they're getting their shrimp from. They claim it's locally caught in the United States when it was actually farmed in other parts of the world. WSV's Isley Herschel has more about efforts to crack down on the issue.
Done by a local consulting firm released this month showed that out of 22 dishes tested, 12 dishes claimed to be serving locally caught shrimp, when in reality they were serving shrimp that was raised on a farm overseas.
CD Consulting found that 41% of tested dishes contained real American wild-caught shrimp. Some tested restaurants served farm shrimp in past studies and are now serving U.S. caught shrimp. but others were reversed, with them now using imported shrimp. One coastal Georgia shrimper, Zach Wood, feels places that claim to serve locally caught shrimp but actually don't are stealing from local shrimpers.
When restaurants sell the idea, that the pictures of boats on the wall, they're on the water, when they sell that idea to the consumer, people come in, they think they're getting our product. And when it's not our product, you're basically stealing, you're stealing from us, because you're devaluing our product. People think they're getting our shrimp, it's not, it's from India Pond or whatnot. So it definitely hurts us.
I spoke with Jesse Petrie on this subject. He wants to emphasize that this company did not test every restaurant in the coastal Georgia area. He says that some restaurants do serve locally caught shrimp, even if they aren't on the list the company provided. Isley Herschel, WSAV News 3, on your side.
And the city of Savannah is honoring a local legend who left his mark both on and off the basketball court. This morning, family, friends, and community members gathered at Crawford Square to celebrate the life and legacy of Larry Gator Rivers by renaming the historic court that he loved the most. WSV's Genevieve Lund was there.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There's only one square in Savannah that has a basketball court, and Friday morning that square was renamed. Savannah leaders took a few shots on the newly named Larry Gator Rivers Court in celebration. For many in Savannah, Larry Gator Rivers was more than a basketball star. He was a community leader, a mentor, and a hometown legend. Friday, the city of Savannah officially renamed the basketball court at Crawford Square in his honor.
Well, beyond Larry Gator Rivers being an international star through the Harlem Globetrotters, he was a Savannah star. And so it was fitting for us to be able to take the square that he loved the most, the court that he helped make famous, and name it in his honor and his memory.
Rivers made history helping to integrate high school basketball in Georgia before going on to tour the world with the Harlem Globetrotters from 1973 to 1986. But city leaders say no matter how far he traveled, Savannah was always home. Many former Beach High students and community members packed the square to show their support, including Rivers' wife, Jean.
It means the world to me. It means that if you are a child that grew up in the city of Savannah, running around Beaufort on the park, or running around Beaufort in Savannah, Georgia, you can go anywhere from here. Don't let nobody stop your dreams.
Leaders say they hope every child who steps onto the court will remember the man who once played here and the legacy he left behind. Reporting, Genevieve Lund, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Well, family and friends working to make sure a Lowcountry woman's death was not in vain and her memory and legacy will live on. Tears flowed down the faces of Jillian Anger's family as they talked about the creation of a foundation in her honor. Jillian was shot and killed in a car in a domestic violence incident in 2023. She was actually on life support for months afterwards. Today, an event, a birthday celebration where people wrote notes to Jillian, all in a way to announce the launch of Jillian's Love Lives On. It's a chance for the community to give back to victims and their families still dealing with tragedies like this to help others like they were helped by our community.
The support we needed came in many ways. Some of it was financial, some of it was food, some of it was emotional, mental, medical, prayers. As unlucky as we were that day, we were very lucky to have a huge support network, and we were very lucky to have some type of financial backing.
The man who killed Jillian, John Patrick Shea, admitted to the murder and was sentenced to life in prison. Now, if you'd like to learn more about Jillian and her foundation, just go to WSAV.com. We're going to have all the information you need there for you. And Hilton Head Island mourning the loss of a man known for his quick wit, sharp tongue, and good food. Chuck Hyatt was the face behind the counter at Harold's Diner for years and the person whose attitude helped make the restaurant a local staple. He wasn't always nice to the customers, especially if they wore a Yankees hat, but was always there to make you laugh. His friends in the diner say they'll definitely miss him and try to keep his gruff but fun spirit alive and well in his honor.
Now, Time Saver Traffic, sponsored by Arrowhead Clinic, the accident doctors, where it pays to get well.
This afternoon, we only have some minor delays heading out of the city along Interstate 16 in Pooler at Pooler Parkway, flowing pretty smoothly on the westbound and the eastbound lanes. So definitely looking okay at the moment on Interstate 16. I-95, though, is experiencing some minor delays heading south of Interstate 16 and then northbound as you head through Pooler. Also, as you cross over the Savannah River Bridge into South Carolina through Jasper County, we do have some delays in the Hardeeville area on the northbound side in that construction zone. But in the rest of the low country, looking okay, heading through Bluffton along 278 and May River Road, just some minor delays, but taking 26 minutes to get from downtown Savannah to Richmond Hill, just over an hour to get to Hilton Head.